Right now, at every major airport in Canada, there is a short list of things you are completely allowed to ask for. A personal escort from the front door to your seat, a security line far shorter than the one everyone else is standing in, a better seat at no charge, hundreds of dollars of equipment carried for free, and the airlines are quietly counting on you, never asking for a single one of them. Because here is the part they do not put on a poster. Every one of these things is real. Every one of them is free. And almost none of them happen automatically. They happen only when you know the right words to say and who to say them to. The airline does not advertise them because every free escort, every priority lane, every waived fee costs them a little time and a little money. They are hoping you will do what most people do. Join the back of the long line, pay full fare for the train to the terminal, lug your own bags through a crowded departure hall, and never once realize you had another option sitting right there for the asking. And I want to be honest with you about who this hits the hardest. It is the travelers who need it most. It is the couple in their 70s flying south for the winter the way they do every year, standing in a line that seems to stretch forever on legs that are already tired. It is the person flying alone to see the grandchildren, quietly anxious about the crowds and the announcements they might not hear properly. It is anyone who has ever finished the walk to the gate out of breath and thought to themselves that there simply has to be an easier way to do this. There are 7 of them, in fact, and today we are going to give you all 7. Exactly what to ask for, exactly who to ask, and the precise words that get you a yes. Every single one of these 7 is not a favor, and it is not charity. It is not the airline being nice to you on a good day. Most of them are things you are entitled to under Canadian rules, and the rest are things that cost the airline so little that they will happily say yes if and only if you ask. The whole difference between the traveler who glides through the airport and the traveler who is worn out before the plane even leaves the gate is not money and it is not luck. It is knowing the words. That is all this is. 7 sets of words and who to say them to. Now, stay with us right to the end because there is one of these 7 that is very different from all the others. It is not just something you can ask for going forward. It is something that if an airline has charged you for it in the past, and thousands of Canadians have been charged for it, means they may actually owe you real money back. We will show you which specific perk that is and how to ask for your refund later in this video, so do not drift off before we get there. Before we get into the details, do us one quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you or someone you love is going to step onto a plane this year. And tell us down in the comments which airport you fly out of most often. Pearson, Vancouver, Calgary, Halifax, or wherever it might be. We read every comment, and it tells us which airports to dig into next for you. Quick, honest introduction. Welcome to Smart Retirement. We are not travel agents, we are not from the airlines, and we are not from the government. We have spent over 15 years working inside the systems that Canadian seniors deal with every single day. The rules, the rights, and the fine print that nobody ever reads to you. And what we have learned is that the people who get treated well at an airport are almost never the ones who paid the most money. They are simply the ones who knew what to ask for. By the end of this video, you are going to be one of them. Let us count them down together. Perk number 1, and this is the big one that unlocks half of this entire list, is free special assistance. The main reason most people never use it is a simple misunderstanding. They think it is only for people in wheelchairs. It is not. Under the accessibility rules set by the Canadian Transportation Agency, airlines and airports are required to provide assistance free of charge to travelers who need a hand getting through the airport. And needing a hand is broader than people think. If your legs are tired after the trip to the terminal, if that long walk from check-in to a far gate feels like too much, or if you are carrying bags and would simply rather not fight through a crowded departure hall on your own, you do not need a wheelchair or a doctor's note. You just need to ask. A staff member meets you at check-in, guides you through a dedicated fast security lane, walks or wheels you to your gate, helps with carry-ons, and arranges early boarding. At Pearson, Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal, this service runs daily for free. Furthermore, under the one-person, one-fare principle, if you need a support person for domestic travel due to a disability, the airline should not charge a second full fare for their seat. The move. Request special assistance when booking online or call 48 hours before flying. The exact words that work. I would like to request special assistance for my journey today. Perk number 2 is money you are very likely overpaying every single time you fly before reaching the airport doors, the senior fare on the train to the terminal. On Toronto's UP Express, seniors 65 and older using a Presto card get around 40% off the standard adult fare. Vancouver's Canada Line and Montreal's REM offer similar reduced senior fares, while Via Rail gives travelers 60 and older 10% off. Picture that retired couple flying south each winter, taking the train down in the fall and back in the spring. Comparing full fares against senior fares over multiple trips, it is money that belongs in your pocket, not theirs. Right now, people pay full adult prices simply because nobody told them a lower price existed. The move: load the senior discount onto your transit card before traveling so it applies automatically every time you tap. Perk number 3 is an escort gate pass for companions. If you fly by yourself, a family member or friend can accompany you through security all the way to the departure gate, even if they are not flying anywhere. Your daughter, son, or neighbor without a ticket can walk you through security, wait with you in the departure lounge, and stay right beside you until you physically board the plane. When you arrive at check-in, your companion presents their photo ID at the desk and requests an escort pass. Airlines like Air Canada and WestJet issue these, so someone who would rather not navigate a massive airport alone does not have to. The move: have your companion ask at check-in with ID ready. I am traveling alone, and I would like to request a gate pass so my daughter can help me through security to the gate. Perk number 4 is the one we told you to wait for, the one that can mean the airline actually owes you money back. Your medical equipment and necessary medication fly for free over and above your normal baggage allowance, and they do not count against your baggage limits at all. This covers CPAP machines, oxygen concentrators, insulin, blood pressure monitors, and mobility aids. On Canadian carriers like Air Canada and WestJet, these travel free as essential medical equipment. An extra checked bag can cost $30, $40, or $50 each way. If an airline ever charged you a baggage fee for your CPAP or walker, they violated their own rules and overcharged you. You can go back to the airline, point to their medical equipment policy, and request your money back. The move: flag medical gear when booking and bring a doctor's note for CPAPs. If you paid past equipment fees, dig out the receipts and present them to the airline for review. Quick note before the final 3 perks: everything we cover on Smart Retirement, benefits, discounts, rights, and exact phrases to use at the desk, is compiled in our plain English guide, the Canadian Seniors Money Playbook, linked in the description below. Perk number 5 is the Hidden Disability Sunflower Lanyard, a simple green lanyard covered in yellow sunflowers that you can pick up for free. Not every travel difficulty is visible. Conditions like arthritis, hearing loss, anxiety in crowded spaces, or deep fatigue do not show externally. The sunflower lanyard quietly signals to trained airport staff at security, gates, and on board that you may need extra time or patience without you having to explain yourself. Available at assistance desks in Toronto, Vancouver, and Calgary, you can collect one free on travel day and keep it for future trips. The move: simply ask at the assistance desk, "May I have a sunflower lanyard, please?" Perk number 6 involves your seat. If you want an aisle seat or extra legroom to make moving around easier, you can ask for it at check-in or at the gate. Staff have discretion to assign open aisle seats at no charge if available. If your seat request is tied to a genuine mobility need, accessibility rules require airlines to accommodate you without extra seat fees. Gate agents deal with this daily, and a polite, specific request from an older traveler is often granted for free. The move: ask politely at check-in or the gate, "I find an aisle seat much easier for getting up and moving during the flight. Is one available?" Perk number 7 is the dedicated security line. Booking special assistance automatically routes you into the shorter, calmer family and accessibility screening lane, bypassing frantic main queues. Even without pre-booking, Canada's busiest airports have staff in blue need help vests whose job is to direct travelers needing extra time into the accessible lane. This calm line eliminates the stress of crowding and rushing while handling your belongings. The move: if you booked special assistance, expect the dedicated lane. If not, inform screening staff you need extra time to be directed to the accessible line. These 7 perks are simple rights waiting for you to use. Share this video with an older friend or family member, subscribe to Smart Retirement for clear advice without fear or jargon, and tell us in the comments which airport stresses you out most. Ask for what you are owed, and we will see you in the next video.